Well, hello, everybody. Thank you so much for taking some time and tuning in this week to the Andale Run podcast. We certainly do appreciate it. And we just want to go ahead and remind you, we are on the socials, TikTok, and also Instagram. Really easy to find us at andale.run. We would appreciate you following us there. And then also, of course, where you listen to for your podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and also YouTube. If you would be able to give us a rate and or a follow, that would help us out tremendously. And don't forget to be able to share this with those who you think would enjoy this conversation. And so with that, Abe, I am thrilled to be able to have our guest on with us today. Why don't you go ahead and tell us a little bit about our guest that we have today?
Yeah, I'm excited also. She's run 16:53 on the grass and cross country for 3 miles, sub 5 in the 1600 with a 4:59, 2:16 in the 800, two-time All-State performer in 3A, multiple time state finalist, and most recently committed to the University of Wisconsin. This is Alexa Novak.
All right, Alexa, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Just trying to stay warm from, the cold that we have in Northern Illinois.
Yeah, same.
Yes, for sure. So Alexa, thank you again, for taking some time and joining us on the podcast and everything. And one of the things that we like to do is just learn about all kinds of runners across the state and at different levels. And certainly you have excelled at some different levels. And I am interested to know, as we were kind of doing some research and looking at different things, I'm interested to find out, how did you get into running? Like what was the thing that motivated you? Was it a friend, a family member, or how did you get into it?
Yeah, so my family is kind of like a running family. Like both my parents run. They've done marathons, half marathons. So I feel like I definitely got the running from them because when I was younger, they would put me in the 5K races for the turkey trot or something. And
Yeah.
then when it came to middle school, my mom was she did cross country and track during her high school. So she was like, "Oh, just try it and see if you like it." I was always that multi-sport athlete. I did soccer, softball. So I was like, "Okay, might as well just try it." And then I ended up really liking it.
All right. So do you see yourself as one of those families that on Thanksgiving morning, you always going to do a turkey trot?
Yep. We are that family, yeah.
All right. Well, there's nothing wrong with that. That is awesome. So with that, your parents having been involved in running, have done marathons and everything, have they been able to give you any sort of advice or encouragement as you have been on your running career journey?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely been nice because they understand the pain that you have to go through and so the race nerves and stuff. So they definitely have words of encouragement before a race or if I'm feeling discouraged or something or just if I'm hurting somewhere, they know how to help me because they run themselves. So they understand, I feel the running world more.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's awesome. You mentioned that they have been or they've done marathons. What's the most recent marathon that they have been participating in?
Well, they both did the Chicago Marathon. That was a couple years back, but they just did a half marathon. It was Christmas in July, during the summer.
Okay, okay. Can you see yourself doing a marathon in the future?
Yeah, I definitely want to. I feel with all the training, it's I want to do it, but it's I have to wait till you can't do it in season. So I'm but in out of season, I'm not in shape for it. So definitely when I'm done with my running career and stuff, I feel I definitely would like to do those marathons and
Yeah.
half
Uh,
marathons.
there you go. I uh I've done one marathon and it was quite the experience. But I've told other people that when I look back, I did not do the training well. I would completely do it differently now, but it is certainly a good experience and a fun experience. And so you got involved because of your family and your parents, and you saw them doing it, and they've encouraged you in it. So that's awesome. So, I know Abe has a couple of questions regarding like college and those kind of things. But uh, well, actually, go ahead, Abe, and go ahead and get your questions in there.
Yeah. So, just talking about like high school, newer to the sport. I mean, obviously your parents ran, so they already knew, but we're doing some background and looking at your times and all that. And I've noticed your sophomore year, you got 82nd at sectionals. And then
Mhm.
all of a sudden, your junior year, you were all state, got 23rd at state. So what would you say was like the biggest like factor that helped you get so good so quick?
Yeah, a lot of people ask me about that because they see my times and they're like, "What did you do like during that?" Basically all throughout like my high school, I kind of struggled with well, I struggled with an eating disorder. So I feel like the biggest thing for me was nutrition. I worked with like multiple nutritionists and like therapists, and I feel like that really helped me. Some of my like favorite, I worked with like Maddie Alm and Rise Nutrition, and I also worked with Jenna Fisher and like no one's nutrition is obviously going to be perfect, but I feel like these people they really helped me get to like perfect what I needed to do for like race day or practice. So I would definitely say that nutrition has been the biggest factor in my growth.
Hmm.
That's good.
So, just staying on that subject for just a moment, because I doing the research and everything, I noticed that you really are big as far as on TikTok, as far as like showing what you're eating and
Hmm.
what you're fueling yourself with and stuff, and like. How, at least in your experience, like have you seen or maybe have had conversations with other athletes that maybe have struggled with that part of the running as far as the nutrition and how like can you stress it enough like how important that portion does that make sense?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of runners out there that do struggle with the same like issue that I struggled with. So that's why I like to promote on my like TikTok like good fueling and to show that if you want to run good times, you have to fuel yourself properly and it's not just gonna yeah, you can train as much as you want, but like you need other aspects of it. And nutrition's such a big aspect. But a lot of people on my team too, I just even if they don't struggle with it, I do like to help them or be like, "Oh," if they like come to me, they're like, "Oh, what would what's your favorite like breakfast idea?" or "What should I do for like my pre-race?" I like to like help them out because like with my knowledge of it from my nutritionists, they have like helped me, so I like to like pass it down.
Okay. So for you, or can you maybe give us an example of like maybe what you would try to include in your different meals? Like, do you try to do like small portions throughout the day, or like to start off with a good breakfast and just stick to lunch and dinner, or what do you do?
Yeah, so for me, I start off with a good breakfast. I like to incorporate like good carbs, good fats, good protein, just like a nice balanced meal. So I kind of do like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'll just do like three big meals. And then I also throughout the day then we'll do like two-ish like medium snacks. And then at night after like my dinner and stuff, then I do have like a bigger snack to like tie me over to the morning.
Okay. Uh, so, as far as like, could you be maybe a little bit more specific? Like, we'll just take breakfast for example. Like, what do you like? Is there things that you like you're looking for to include in your breakfast? Is it like proteins, more carbs, or in good fats? What would that be? Could you just give us some examples of that?
Yeah, a breakfast idea. I was actually talking about this with my team. I do like a pancake bowl. So I use like Kodiak mix and I'll put like an egg and baking powder and water. And then I microwave it in the oven or not in the microwave. And then on top, I put like yogurt, maple syrup, some type of fruit, and then also sausage. And so it just like has all those like main things, or I also like to do oatmeal with like toast and bread or like eggs. So I just make sure to get like different types of food and like switching it up so that it's not the same every day. But so I'm also getting
Yeah,
like making sure I'm getting all of like the nutrients I need.
gotcha. Well, I mean, and I think I feel anyways that like nutrition is an incredibly important component, right, of running because you are, especially in a distance aspect, you are. putting out a lot of energy. You're having your body go through a whole lot, and you
Mhm.
want to be able to take care of your body to be able to produce what you're hoping to produce long term,
Exactly, yeah.
and everything. Yeah. So,
Mhm.
um, so with that, kind of shifting gears a little bit. I know Abe had another question regarding future or your future and that kind of thing. So, Abe, why don't you go ahead with that?
Yeah. Like you said, switching topics a little bit. So we saw it was this fall, I believe, you committed to the University of Wisconsin. So if you could just walk us through that process of like choosing how you chose the school and like other schools maybe you looked for.
Yes,
Sorry.
throughout my like recruiting process, I visited many different like schools. I kind of didn't know where I wanted to go. I knew I wanted to stay in the Midwest, but I also like wanted to give myself a chance to explore other options to see if I wanted to go to like Florida or so I kind of just visited schools and they all like stood out to me in different ways, but none of them really like stuck to me. Like I wasn't like I couldn't imagine myself there. And then
Mm.
I got in contact with Coach Lindsay at University of Wisconsin, and I needed to make my like decision the next week because I had like an offer from another school for a deadline. So I was like, I have this weekend to like come on over. And she was like, all right, let's get you over here. So then I drove down, I think like 2 days later, and I met her and the school and the team. And it was just like everything was just like as soon as I got there, like I knew it was just like perfect. Like I love the coaching style, how she coaches, and she seems like she really cares about her athletes, and the team just was all like they were very welcoming and super nice. So I just knew that I could see myself for the next like 4 years there.
So with the decision, of course, of going to Wisconsin, University of Wisconsin, like for some of our listeners who may be thinking about now wanting to run in college and that kind of thing. So what was that process like for you? Did you reach out to them? Did they reach out to you? Like what would you tell others that are looking at wanting to run in college? Like how to approach that? What kind of advice would you give?
So I worked with a recruiter. His name was Andrew Novelli, and his company was like the Right on Track Recruiting, and he was incredible. We met and he figured out what kind of colleges I was looking at and like if I wanted like the bigger field, the smaller field, football team, no football team, like kind of like what I was looking for. And he was able to reach out to some colleges. I also reached out to some colleges, or he was able to like put me in contact. He had a better like view of or a better way of like reaching them and stuff. So I would say he definitely helped with the recruiting process.
Okay. So you had somebody that was going to help you in that
Hmm.
process. And so that's great. Like so do you feel uh like that was good for you, or how did you feel about that, having somebody to kind of be like the advocate for you for the recruiting process?
Yeah, I feel like it was definitely nice. Before I had him, I would email the college coaches, but obviously like a ton of other people are also doing the same thing and they're getting a ton of emails. So I definitely feel like it's a good way to get on like top of their like radar.
Sure. Yeah, because I know we had talked to Owen Horini, and
Mhm.
he talked about a little bit about his recruiting process and how he really reached out to the coaches and that kind of thing to
Mhm.
be able to talk to the different programs and everything. So and that's good. I mean, some people have different avenues and different ways of being able
Mhm.
to contact those coaches and hopefully get to a college that they really enjoy
Yeah.
and everything. So for you for the running aspect, is there one that you enjoy more than the other? Say cross country or on the oval, the track. Is there one that you prefer over the other?
That's a good question. I feel like it's always whatever season I'm in. I feel like when I'm in track, I'm like, I like track better, but when I'm in cross country, I like cross country better because I like country. It's like the team aspect. There's a lot of like team bonding and stuff. And then the track, I like the environment. It's like night meets, and I feel like there's a lot of like adrenaline for that. So I feel like it's definitely whatever season I'm in.
Yeah, that's great. So and I think Abe had mentioned something about he didn't see very many 3200s that you had run,
Mhm.
and so is are there particular events that you would much rather run than others, or if so, what would those be?
Yeah, I definitely have always loved the mile. That has been like my event since middle school. I don't know why. I just like have loved it and like wanting to like keep on getting a faster time. So, but my events I would say are the 800 like 4x8 mile. My coach doesn't really have me run the 2 mile a lot because he has me do more of the 4x8 and mile, but I honestly like all distances. So, because I also like doing like the 3 miles for cross country. So I'm kind of one of those people, wherever you put me, I like it.
All right, all right. Abe, did you have a question?
Yeah, I was gonna say, saying like the mile is your favorite event. Are there any like big miles you plan to run later in the season, like at an event like the Distance Bend Peloton, or maybe something post state, like the Magis Miles or something like that?
Yeah, I'm hoping to qualify for the New Balance indoors for the this indoor season, and then I would like to do the Peloton night, but I'm seeing if my coach will approve or not because it lines up with our like home meet, so that will depend on that. And then I am hoping I did Magis Mile last year, so I will either do Magis Mile or either maybe a different one. I'm kind of like seeing how the season goes and then deciding like based on that.
So have you participated in any of the like the national meets like New Balance outdoor, indoor, or Nike?
I have not yet, so I'm hoping
Okay.
to this
Okay.
year.
Yeah. I mean, those are New Balance is great. The facility
Hmm.
there is fantastic. I mean, we
Yeah.
we were there last year, so Abe had the opportunity to run there last year, so it was really, really, really good. So with running, because so many people have participated in running and everything, what would you say that's something that you have learned that you can apply, that you've learned from running that you can apply to your life? um to your life, like a thing that you're like, man, yeah, this is something I learned and I can apply this in different areas of my life.
I would probably say that like don't give up when it gets hard because I feel like a lot of
Sure.
times people just as soon as something gets hard, people just like give up, but it's like you have to get through that hard part and then it's going to get easier. So, I would definitely say that has been the biggest that's like the biggest thing that can like go for both.
Yeah. Yeah. So, what would you say, or maybe an experience that you've had, that played out for you? Like, it was definitely difficult in that moment, but then you look back
Mhm.
and you're like, oh yeah, like that really helped me, excel at, a cross country meet or a track meet or whatever. Is there an experience that you can point back to?
Yeah, I feel like I have like two main ones. I feel like definitely during my like earlier times when I was struggling with like my nutrition and stuff, I would definitely say that was like a big one because it was like super hard in the moment, but I just like kept on trying to push through and led me to great opportunities and made me love the sport even more. And then my second one I would say would probably be like when I was trying to break 5 minutes in the mile, I was really like hard on myself because I was so like discouraged whenever I wasn't like getting when I was getting like 501 or something throughout the season, but it just wanted me to like keep on trying and trying, and then I was like finally so like overjoyed when I was able to break it.
Yeah. But that's awesome. Like, so because there are a lot of runners, right, or a lot of athletes that want they have a certain goal that they want to hit, right? Like, breaking
Mhm.
five or breaking a certain time, and they're so close each time,
Mhm.
but
Yeah.
they haven't quite gotten it. So maybe what is something that you kept telling yourself when you were so close, but you're just not quite there yet. But what were you telling yourself during that time?
I kind of was just like telling myself positive thoughts. I knew like if I keep on like obviously I was disappointed when I finished my race, but like at the end of the day too, I'm still running. It's still like a 5:02 or whatever you get. It's still such a great time because you're doing as much as your body can give. So I would definitely say I would just like tell myself positive thoughts, and you're running again next weekend. So there's always like a chance to improve and to just take that week seriously, and like work on like recovery and stuff, and like stretch and go to bed good and do all the things right, and then hopefully it will all pay off.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the mental side of the running aspect is
Mhm.
incredibly important. If we
Yeah.
can develop that grit and everything, it can certainly help us a little bit later on and everything. And uh so for you, is it like, of course you got track season or indoor tracks and then outdoor track. Is there something that you're looking forward to when you get to the collegiate level running? Or is that something right now you're not really thinking about, or maybe it's a little nervous, or get a little anxious about it or whatever? Is there anything that comes to mind?
I feel like when I think of like my next year, I'm excited for like my new team. I'm gonna miss my old team so much, but I have like started talking to some of the other girls that are also committed to go to University of Wisconsin. And I also have my roommate, and we just seem so like similar, and I don't know, I just feel like it's gonna be such a great experience to be able to work with other people that are like close to my abilities and be able to go to like different meets. And also a lot of people that I have raced with the previous years, they also have committed to like the Big Ten schools. So it's going to be fun to be able to re-race them again in the like college level.
Yeah, that's awesome. Go ahead, Abe.
Yeah, so I was just gonna say, you mentioned people you've already competed against in high school, being able to keep competing against them. Is there any like one or two people like specifically that you like every time you line up against them, you can't wait to see who's gonna win?
For like this season or like the previous seasons?
Um, how about this last cross country season?
Yeah, I would say probably Sophia from York. I feel like we have very similar like running abilities. So it was always fun because she would either be like right in front of me or I would be right in front of her, but like we would always like keep on pushing each other. Like when one person would move up, we would kind of move up together. So I feel like it was fun racing with her.
So speaking of that, I think I can't. The what meat was it? The flight
Loyola. Okay.
Leolia.
Yeah.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
So from if I correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I saw that was like your first cross country like meet win. Is that right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right.
So could you maybe share with us like how did that feel winning that particular meet, because I think that's a pretty well attended meet, right? Like there's a lot of
Yeah.
good competition there and everything. So how did that feel for you? What were you thinking? uh just if you can remember, I know that was a few months back, but could you maybe walk us through some of that?
Yeah, it was definitely there was a lot of good competitors in that meet. Going into it, I knew I was going to be close to the front of the pack. So I just knew like going out, I was like, okay, I'm just going to see how it goes. And then I decided to like take the lead. And it's like, it's nighttime. You get a different type of like adrenaline rush because it's like different from your normal meets. So I was just like super excited. And then I got like passed with like, it was like 400 to go. And I was just like, I've been in the lead the whole entire race. I can't like give it up now. So I just like used everything I had left. And then when I crossed like the finish line, I was just like so proud because I've never won a meet before. So it definitely was a different type of like proudness I had in myself because obviously all the other meets are like great, but I've just never won one before. So I felt pretty, it
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
That's awesome. That's great to be able to do that, and especially such a well attended meet and everything. So congratulations to you, even though it's a few months
Thank you.
late, but
Yeah.
congratulations, of course, and everything. So I wanted to. We one of the things that we like to do is ask some questions just to kind of get to know you a little bit more. They're just fun questions and everything. But before we get to that, I wanted to at least give you. I wanted to give you an opportunity to be able to share any words of encouragement, something that you maybe want to share with other listeners, uh, maybe advice that you wish somebody would have told you, about running or anything like that. If there's anything, please, by all means,
Yeah.
you can have an opportunity to do that.
Yeah, I kind of had a quote that I've went into this year with, and it was, I owe it to myself to see what I can do. And I feel like
Mm.
that could be like not just me, but with like other people too. They could maybe relate to it if they've had something. Like it's kind of like you do the work and stuff, and like you might have had an off season or a season that you're not like super proud of, or you struggled with like an injury or like an illness or like mental health reasons or something. So it's kind of just like to owe it to myself to see what I can do to like put the work in, to do recovery, to do all the like smaller things that I wish I would have done the previous seasons, because at the end of the day too, like it's my senior year, so it's my last year in like high school running, and things are going to be a lot different in the college like running world. So I just want to see like what I'm capable of doing for my last season.
Yeah. Well, and that's great. You should be able to see, give yourself an opportunity. So if you're doing all the right
Mhm.
things, with nutrition, with, recovery, all those kind of things, and, giving yourself the best opportunity, best chance to see what you can actually do, at least on a high school level, and
Yeah.
everything. So, yeah. So thank you for sharing that. We really do appreciate that, Alexa. And so, okay. So here's, just a few fun questions just to kind of get to know you a little bit more. So the first question is if, or not if, but right now, when you go on your run, what is on your playlist that is maybe on repeat, either a song or an artist?
Yeah, so people people always make fun of my playlist because I have like a lot of like different types of music like put in one. So I have like some country music, like pop music, sad music, happy music. So it's like literally just like random songs put into one. 'Cause when I'm running, it's just like motivating when I hear like a ton of different like types of songs. So I feel like it's probably just like a mixture of all music you can think of.
Okay, okay. So just a true mix of different
Yeah.
types of music and everything. So hey,
Yeah.
that's all good. Okay, so this next one is what if you're sitting down and you're watching a show or movie or whatever the case may be. What is your go-to snack? Like, what are you reaching for, or like for comfort or whatever it is? What's yours?
I'm literally addicted to like Honeycrisp apples and pickles. So I would probably
Okay.
say that like those two are probably what I'm going to reach for. Also, like the Trader Joe's like chocolate peanut butter cups, those are so good. So I'd probably say like those three things.
Okay. Okay. So do you eat the Honeycrisp apples with peanut butter?
Yeah, I love peanut
Okay.
butter.
See,
Yeah.
yeah. I just started eating those, and like for the past few nights, Abe's seen me like I eat that with peanut butter, and it's so delicious. And
It's
I'm
so
just like,
good.
yes, it is.
Yeah, that's like my favorite
Absolutely.
snack.
Yes. And so we might have to stop at a Trader Joe's and try this, peanut butter cups. Is that right?
Yeah, the mini ones. They're like mini chocolate peanut butter cups and they're so good.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. We'll have to keep an eye out for that one.
Yeah.
Okay. And so this one, so I don't know if you watch, a lot of shows or not, but we'll see. So for you, if you've seen Stranger Things, well, first of all,
Yes.
have you seen it?
Yeah, I just rewatched all the episodes or like seasons too.
Okay, okay. All right. So it's fresh on your mind. All right. So
Mhm.
what did you think about the season finale? Like did it meet your expectations? Was it not so maybe there? What was your take on it?
I feel like I was expecting something like that to happen because like obviously they were gonna leave it off like not like a super happy ending, but I feel like I don't know, I'm kind of sad. Like I wish Elle was like gonna stay with them, or like I wish she was gonna like stay alive. Like I wish like she could somehow stay in that world and not like disappear.
Yeah.
So I feel like I was disappointed with the ending.
Okay, okay. Uh, Abe and I, we've had discussions, and his sister, we've had discussions about this, and
Mhm.
I'm choosing to believe that Elle is still alive. Like I think she is, but
Yeah, I
that's
know. I was
my
talking
own.
about this with my friends too,
Yeah.
like whether like
So,
she was alive or not. Yeah.
Abe, what do you think? What are your thoughts on that?
My take was I didn't think her sister, is it number 8? I didn't think she could
Yeah.
stay alive for long in the upside down because she was like bleeding out. So I think
Hmm.
that Elle died in the upside down. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
what my thinking is too.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I guess we'll just, they left it up to us as interpretation. So whatever you
Yep.
believe about that is what you believe. So, all right. Well,
Exactly.
awesome. Well, Alexa, thank you so much, for taking some time and, talking to us about your running career and a little about, of course, about college and, your nutrition and everything. And I do want to say, I think that is, a subject, about nutrition that can, be beneficial to continue having conversations about that, because of course, young ladies and young men, they need different things and everything. And if you are somebody that is, maybe struggling with that, I would encourage you reach out to somebody. Talk about it. Alexa, is there, like, did you just talk to your doctor about this, like in the first steps, or what steps did you take to start like being on a healthy road?
Yeah, I feel like my mom like did some research or like asked other people about good nutritionists. So I feel like a lot of or like if my teammates in the future too or like present like needed someone, I feel like I have a good like couple sources too. So I feel like
Okay.
people can reach out if they need like someone that they know is like gonna actually help them. Because obviously one might not fit for all. So I
Right.
feel like I have a good couple that I've worked with that have been great.
Okay. So we'll include, your TikTok handle, in the show notes, so that way that if somebody does have questions, they can at least maybe reach out that way, and whatnot, and hopefully be able to, point them in the right direction and everything. So, um, thank you again, Alexa, for your time and everything, and we really do appreciate it. And so for everybody, thank you for taking time, this week and listening. We just want to remind you that, we are on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts, and you can follow us there. You can hit the follow button so that way you don't miss an episode. And we would really, truly appreciate if you can leave a comment, a review, and that would help us out quickly. It just takes a few seconds. And don't forget, we're also on the socials of TikTok and also Instagram at ondele.run. So, thank you, everybody, for your time. And remember, whatever you're doing this week, we hope that you do it, to the best of your ability. And if you get it accomplished, you get a huge andale from us. So we hope you have a great week, and we will talk to you later.